Attachment leads to jealousy, the shadow of greed that is. These words from Master Yoda echo across generations of Jedi, etched into the very soul of the Order. But what if the Jedi were wrong? What if, by fearing attachment, they guaranteed the very tragedies they sought to prevent? Today, we dive deep into the most controversial doctrine in Jedi philosophy. From Anakin's obsession to Obi-Wan's heartbreak, we'll explore both sides of the debate. Is attachment truly a path to the dark side, or only when one allows it to be? Grab your saber and clear your mind, because we're heading into the heart of the Jedi's most dangerous belief. In the Jedi Code, there is no emotion, there is peace, and from this flows their rejection of attachment. But to understand why, we must clarify what the Jedi actually meant. In Attack of the Clones, Anakin says, attachment is forbidden, possession is forbidden, compassion, which I would define as unconditional love, is central to a Jedi's life. The Jedi didn't shun love, they feared the craving to possess others, a toxic dependency. As outlined in the Jedi Path, attachment was described as a form of selfishness, wanting to hold on to something or someone, even when it goes against the needs of the many. But why such extreme caution? Historically, the Jedi had seen countless Force sensitives fall into darkness through emotional entanglements. The Tales of the Jedi comics from Dark Horse, the 1990s, showed how Ula Keldroma fell after losing his beloved Nomi Sunrider. The prequel-era Jedi saw this pattern not as a rare tragedy, but as a statistical inevitability, and this belief was cemented in the Ruusan Reformation following the New Sith Wars, when Jedi involvement in war and politics led to chaos. They doubled down. No attachments, no family, no personal legacies. But did this total rejection of bonds make the Order more stable or just more fragile? If you're enjoying this deep dive into Jedi philosophy, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a Jedi debate, galactic mystery, or secret Star Wars history. Now back to the archives. Let's consider the Jedi who arguably suffered more loss than any other, and never fell to the darkness. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Kenobi's life is defined by sacrifice. He lost his master, Qui-Gon Jinn, at just 25 years old. He later lost Satine Kryze, the Duchess of Mandalore and the love of his life, killed before his eyes by Maul in the Clone Wars. And finally, he was forced to fight and defeat Anakin Skywalker, his own brother and apprentice, during Revenge of the Sith. Yet throughout all this, Obi-Wan never strayed from the light. He never used dark side powers, never gave in to hate. Why? Because Obi-Wan understood the line between love and control. He loved Satine, but he respected her choices. He loved Anakin, but he never sought to dominate or reshape him. Even in loss, Obi-Wan practiced detachment, not denial. In Kenobi, A Jedi's Return, Ewan McGregor described Obi-Wan's grief as always present but buried beneath discipline. His strength isn't in suppressing emotion, it's in carrying it. This shows us that attachment alone is not the danger. The danger is when love becomes fear of loss, fear that turns to rage, and then to domination. So, if Obi-Wan proves attachment can coexist with the light, why did more Jedi not follow his example? Now we turn to the opposite side of the coin. Anakin Skywalker loved. fiercely, passionately, and uncontrollably. But was it really attachment that destroyed him, or how he responded to it? From a young age, Anakin was isolated, pulled from his mother at age 9, raised in a temple that discouraged emotional connection. When he dreamed of Shmi's death in Attack of the Clones, he disobeyed orders and returned to Tatooine. The result? He arrived too late and massacred an entire Tusken village in his grief. And yet, the Jedi offered him no tools to deal with his pain. As seen in the Clone Wars, Yoda acknowledges the failure in Jedi teaching. Train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose. But how could Anakin do that when he had never been taught to grieve? His secret marriage to Padme became his only anchor. When he foresaw her death in Revenge of the Sith, the fear consumed him. Palpatine twisted that fear, offering him the power to prevent death. In truth, it wasn't attachment that damned Anakin. It was his obsession with control. As Padme said, he was going down a path she couldn't follow. This wasn't love, it was possession. Here's where the debate deepens. The Jedi claimed to value compassion, but isn't compassion inherently emotional? As seen in the Clone Wars, many Jedi deeply cared for their friends, comrades, and even non-sentient life. Master Avar Kriss in Light of the Jedi experiences the Force as a music, a symphony of connection. Master Elzar Mann is torn by forbidden feelings. Even Yoda shows emotional care. His grief for the fallen Jedi is real. So how can the Jedi preach compassion, yet deny the attachments that often inspire it? Some fans argue that this is the Jedi's greatest contradiction. Others point to Ahsoka Tano, who, after leaving the Order, developed stronger, healthier emotional connections. She mourned, but she didn't break. She loved, but she didn't fall. Could it be that the Jedi Order's fear of attachment was never about the dark side at all, but about control? Was the doctrine a protective wall or a prison? In Legends continuity, Luke Skywalker rewrote the rules. In Heir to the Empire and the new Jedi Order series, Luke allowed Jedi to marry, have children, and embrace emotional bonds. He believed that love is not the enemy, it is the reason we fight. Even in canon, Luke's attachments are crucial to his story. He saves Vader, not by destroying him, but by appealing to his humanity, something the old Jedi Order would have deemed reckless. Meanwhile, the High Republic shows Jedi who form emotional bonds, but with careful boundaries. In The Fallen Star, Stellan Gios and Elzar Mann wrestle with love, loss, and fear without fully abandoning the Jedi Code. Their arcs hint at an order more in balance, less dogmatic, more compassionate. This shows us one clear truth. The debate over attachment is not settled, even within Jedi philosophy itself. Now here's where I stand. Attachment alone does not lead to the dark side. Obi-Wan proves that love and loss can coexist with delight. Ahsoka shows us that care and compassion do not have to equal possession. Luke taught us that redemption is rooted in connection, not denial. Anakin didn't fall because he loved Padme. He fell because he was never taught how to let go. The Jedi taught detachment as denial, not as resilience. His fall stemmed from his fear. True Jedi strength isn't in suppressing emotion. It's in facing it, feeling it, and choosing compassion anyway. So the next time someone says, attachment leads to the dark side, ask yourself, is it really love that corrupts? Or is it the fear of loss that we never learned to accept? If this debate sparked a few thoughts, or made you see the Jedi in a new light, drop a comment below and tell me what you believe. Next week, we are going to discuss the ethics of the Force mind trick. You won't want to miss it. If you are enjoying the videos, become a member and let's uncover the galaxy's biggest secrets together.